Hi, my name is Kelly Cope. I am the Chief of St. Charles County Ambulance District. I am honored and excited to be taking you through today to see our new consolidated headquarters. The location that we're in is just west as a suburb of the Metro St. Louis area, and we are a rapidly growing community and just eclipsed 400,000 citizens in the recent past. We have about 140,000 square feet in the building that we're in, and very excited to show you through the facility here as we proceed. So the lobby's intention was to have a striking entry as you came into the building. It's to set the tone for the scale and the scope of our operation, which is larger than most people recognize. They typically think of us as only their emergency operations, and that is the 2 paramedics and an ambulance that show up for their event, but we're actually a much larger operation than that. We opted to add the EOC because there are many events that happen throughout the year that aren't quite on the scale that the countywide EOC would need to be activated. That's at the dispatch center, which is a separate agency from us. But for us, it's the micro events that are large enough to need some of the operations center to control the situation, and an example of that would be a snowstorm. One of the features that we wanted to include in the building was a wellness center that allowed us to really focus the items that we want to for our staff and their ability to utilize that wellness center to stay in good physical condition, that their health is very important, both for their longevity and for the function of the department, and reduce injuries. The 5,000 square feet that we have is equivalent to most gyms that people could gain membership of in the local area, and we allow our staff to utilize that 24/7, 365 days a year. All right, so we find ourselves in the gallery, and this is a place that catches a lot of action on a day-to-day basis. This is the location that folks wait and manage inside and outside of the classrooms for either the CEU classes that are ongoing or any of the activities that happen with our paramedic and EMT program. Point of pride for us, we have some great training that engages new folks into our organization and into the profession. The 17,000 square feet of training facility, and this gives us a lot of opportunity for expansion and contraction of the 3 classrooms that can be anything from regular classroom size all the way up through 200 seating for the large space of all 3 classrooms together. The value of that is to manage anything from our regular day-to-day classes that we do for CEUs or ACLS training, all the way up through regional training that could be done in the area.
Unfortunately, we had an issue with our audio when filming this segment, so I'm dropping this in as a voiceover. The space you see in this shot is our fleet maintenance area, which measures about 35,000 square feet. As you can see, we've got a wide variety of lifts with capacity to handle a wide array of vehicles. We employ 2 full-time mechanics that do a great job keeping up with our fleet of nearly 100 vehicles. And they lent a lot of valuable insight as we worked with our architecture firm on layout and design.
So the other feature of the back of the house is the fact that we can actually do supply chain logistics on the scale that's beneficial for the size of the department. Again, most people don't understand the significance of our operation in terms of the back end, the support structure that keeps the system moving. And in the old facilities, we were unable to buy palletized and take advantage of the economy of scale that we would have because we just didn't have the space. And now that we have the room to manage the palletized, allows us to do a much better supply chain system. So now we find ourselves in the garage space. This large scale area allows us a lot of opportunities for the storage of our vehicles, but one of the most exciting pieces that I like the most is our dedication beam. It was a location to remind us of our mission statement and the signatures of our staff showing their support and attachment to the building. So in the garage, one of the benefits for us is definitely the undercover portion that we've never had available to us before. We have the chief vehicles to the right, and we have the interfacility fleet on our left. Many of those trucks are missing at the moment because they're actually out running calls right now. We have many of the other support staff vehicles and surge trucks that are located in this space. And again, the undercover portion is invaluable for the equipment to stay in good condition. As we travel over to this side of the building, you see in the garage space a caged area that we have. And this caged space is an area where we keep all of our heavy equipment for things like our urban search and rescue team, our mass casualty bus, the ambu bus, and the RV that allows us a lot of variety of activities that support our different teams in the system. So we find ourselves moving up from the garage where we had the fleet vehicles and the mobile integrated health team's vehicles, and now you're in the workstation space for the mobile integrated health team. The additional teams that we have include the STARS team that I spoke of before, which is also the workstations that we're at, and you'll see the CERT workstations on the right. Our CERT team is the substance use recovery response team that are paramedics that work to assist with the folks that need help with their substance use abuse. So the other portions that we work out of is the collaboration spaces, and one of the features of that and the workstations work together in the allowing us to have expansion potential for the future associated to space in the building. That was one of the key features that we worked to try and make sure that we had enough space for the staff that we have now and have enough expansion room to have some movement into the future. In 2018, we offered a bond issue to the public to pay for the facility here, along with those other investments into their EMS system, and it was a successful endeavor with the public in their vote. So when we did the evaluation in 2018, which is an ongoing evaluation on a consistent basis, but we found that the statistics clearly showed a 5 to 6% growth rate that we've been experiencing and expected to experience throughout a number of years into the future. The 10-year plan provided us the ability to be prepared for many of those needs as we saw them at that time, and we continue to reevaluate that plan as time moves forward.